for today's typical day in history. For April 16th, we are heading back to 1940 and we are headed to the Bronx to Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees would dedicate a plaque to Jacob Ruppert in Monument Park in Yankee Stadium. And it got me thinking about Memorial Park and how I remember it growing up was being outside of the fence and you could see it on home runs. And then remembered some of the documentaries that I've watched and seeing that originally Monument Park was in play. And that was the case in this 1940 dedication. This began in 1929 when their manager, Miller Huggins, suddenly passed away. This happened in 1932, so they erect a statue that kind of resembles a headstone, and then over the years began adding players to that. This one in 1940 for Jacob Ruppert. Jacob was the owner of the New York Yankees from 1915 until his death in 1939. Be the second one. It would be followed by Lou Gehrig in 41, Babe Ruth in 49, also one for Ed Barrow in 54, Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio in 69, and then in 1972, Yogi Berra and Bill Dickey. But again, this was in play. There was a flagpole that also stood in play, but that was pretty common in a lot of stadiums. You can find videos online of center fielders having to kind of dig around them in order to get a ball because they were still in play. This also led fans to believe that players that had passed away were actually buried in the dirt underneath center field. Dead center home run was also 490 feet away from home plate originally at the original Yankee Stadium. So when the Yankee Stadium was renovated from 1974 to 1975, the center field fence was moved into 417 feet, putting the memorial and the flagpole just outside of center field. But it was on this day, April 16th, 1940, the Yankees dedicate their second memorial in Monument Park for Jacob Ruppert.